Okay, good day everyone. Our next topic is acute pancreatitis. Okay, pag sinabi nating acute pancreatitis, it is a sudden inflammation of your pancreas. Okay, sudden inflammation of your pancreas. Now, what are the modifiable and non-modifiable risk factor for your what? For your acute pancreatitis. Okay, we have your alcohol abuse. Okay, it could injure your what? It could injure your pancreas. Okay, it could injure what? The pancreas. Okay, gallstone because of what? The obstruction. Okay, because of the obstruction. Hyperlipidemia. Okay, so pag nagkaroon ng hyperlipidemia, pwede magkaroon ng gallstone. Smoking, obesity, medications like your thiazide and your steroids. Okay, trauma to abdomen. Okay, pagdating naman sa non-modifiable natin, we have your what? We have your older adults. And then sa gender natin, male. Because of what? Because of alcohol use. We also have genetic and autoimmune disorders. So now, ano yung mga triggering events natin kung bakit pwedeng magkaroon ng sudden attack ng acute pancreatitis ninyo? Okay? Your gallstone obstruction and your alcohol intake. Okay? So, that's the reason kung bakit pwedeng matrigger yung what? Acute pancreatitis natin. So, anong nangyayari kapag nagkaroon ng gallstone obstruction? Okay? Gallstone obstruction kasi sa daanan ng what? Daanan ng pancreas ninyo. Remember, kung makikita nyo, this is your gallbladder. Okay? So, this is your cystic duct. Okay? Or your bile duct, I should say. Okay? And then, we have your what? We have your cystic duct. Okay? Kung saan dadaan ito. Okay? Itong gallstone, tawag dito, yung bile ninyo lalabas dyan, papunta dito sa duodenum, and at the same time, yung what? Yung pancreas mo may lalabasan din papuntang duodenum. Okay? So, merong common way yung daanan ng pancreas mo at saka yung what? Gallstone mo. What if dito nagkaroon ng obstruction dito sa part na to? Okay? Sa tingin mo yung enzyme dito, okay, sa pancreas mo, babalik ba? Yes. Eto, dito, sa gallbladder nyo, babalik din ba? Yes. Okay, pwede bang ma-inflame both yan? Yes, kasi nagkaroon ng obstruction. Okay? So, alcohol increases enzyme secretion. Okay? So, ano nangyayari dito? The trypsin activation inside the pancreas. Okay? Remember, ano ba ang ginagawa ng trypsin natin pag na-release? It's for what? Protein digestion. Okay? Protein digestion. So, ngayon, kapag bumalik yan sa pancreas mo, what will happen? Okay? This digestive enzyme, kasi yung trypsin natin is a digestive enzyme, will, okay, begin to what? Auto-digest yung pancreas mo. Okay? Auto-digestion ang nangyayari. So, it could lead to your pancreatic damage. Okay? So, pwedeng masira yung pancreas natin. Pag nagkaroon ng pancreatic damage, okay, it could lead to your edema, inflammation, hemorrhage, and your necrosis. So, ngayon, ano yung mga signs and symptoms na pwede nating makita if your patient is suffering from your acute pancreatitis? Okay? We have your what? Severe epigastric pain that radiates to the back and worsen after meals, okay? And relieved by leaning forward, okay? Relieved by leaning forward, okay? Yung epigastric pain natin, okay? Yung epigastric pain, okay, nagraradiate siya saan? Sa back, okay? And yung epigastric nyo worsen after meals, okay? And it is relieved by leaning forward. We also have your nausea, vomiting, fever, and your tachycardia. Ano pa? We have your Callen sign. Pag sinabi natin Callen sign, this is pre-umbilical bruising. Okay, ito yung umbilical mo, nandito yung bruising, 'di ba? Pre-umbilical, okay? And then we have your Gray Turner's, okay? Flank bruising naman yung nasa tagiliran, okay? So, if this happen, nagkakaroon kasi ng what? Systemic inflammatory response. So, nagkakaroon ng release ng cytokines ninyo. Okay? And then, nagkakaroon ng what? Increased capillary permeability. So, pwede magkaroon ng fluid shift that could lead to your hypovolemia. Okay? And then, pwede magkaroon ng what? Ng complications such as your abscess formation. Okay? Your abscess formation. Okay? Abscess formation. Sorry for that. Okay? Again, abscess formation. Okay? Pwede rin maging sepsis, pwede rin maging acute respiratory distress syndrome, pwede rin renal failure, chronic pancreatitis, diabetes mellitus, and your pancreatic necrosis. Okay? So now, what are the diagnostics na pwede nating gamitin? Okay? Or ano yung mga diagnostics na makikita mo na yung pasyente mo is merong acute pancreatitis. Okay? If mataas yung what? Serum amylase. Okay? It should be amylase. Sorry sa spelling. Okay? And your lipase. Mataas yan. Okay? Increase din ang WBC because of inflammation and infection. Okay? Hematocrit count. Okay? Your glucose and your CRP. Okay? In inflammation kasi kapag may inflammation, laging mataas ang CRP ninyo. And then, ano pa? Decrease ang calcium. Okay. So now, anong imaging ang pwede natin gamitin if your patient is suffering from your acute pancreatitis? Okay, it's what? Abdominal ultrasound. Anong madetect mo? Gallstone. Okay, gallstone ba ang nag-cause ng kanyang acute pancreatitis? So, while sa CT scan naman, with contrast, makikita natin yung severity of the necrosis. Okay, yung severity ng damage saan? Sa may pancreas natin. Okay, what are the treatments for your acute pancreatitis? Okay, acute management, NPO, aggressive IVF resuscitation, kasi nga pwedeng mag-cause yan ng what? Kung hindi mo bibigyan ng fluid, pwedeng mag-cause yan ng hypovolemia. That could lead to your hypovolemic shock. Okay, hypovolemic shock. Okay, and then we also have to use pain management natin. Okay, your opioids and your fentanyl. Okay, dito nagkakaroon ng problem kasi pagdating sa paggamit ng medications natin. Kasi in some books, ang pwede nilang sabihin, okay, is what? Anong ginagamit natin dito? It's your opioids, okay, and fentanyl. Okay, meron ding ibang ginagamit. I forgot the medication already. Hindi ko isip. Okay, let me check first. Okay, sorry for the I need to check kung ano yung gamot na yun aside from your opioids, your morphine. Okay, alam ko na. Ito yung pinag-aawayan na gamot. Kapag may acute pancreatitis, ang pinag-aawayan is ano ba dapat ang gamitin? Is it morphine or your Demerol? Demerol. Sorry for the spelling. Okay, it's your Demerol. Okay, morphine and your Demerol. Okay, again, your morphine and your Demerol. Your morphine is an opioid. Okay? So, your Demerol, this is your meperidine. Okay, ito yung dalawang laging pinag-uusapan kung alin yung gagamitin. Okay, why? Because your morphine sulfate can cause what? The spasm of sphincter. Of OD. Okay, saan makikita yan? Dito sa part na to. Okay? Dito. Nandito, si sphincter of OD. Magkakaroon ng spasm. Sasakit ba? Yes. Okay? Sasakit. Okay? But the problem with your Demerol, okay, with the problem of your Demerol, ang nangyayari kasi diyan, okay, yung Demerol natin, ang side effect niya is what? May side effect to that it could cause what? Your seizure, okay? It could cause seizure. Kung babasahin niyo yung 15th edition ng Brunner and Sudart nyo kasi, okay, sinabi niya doon na pwede natin gamitin ang Demerol. Pero, tawag dito, nilagay niya din doon na it could cause neurological disorder such as your seizure, okay? And meron din naman sinasabi niya doon na pwedeng gamitin ang morphine, okay? Pwedeng gamitin ang morphine, pero isa sa mga side effect na is the spasm of sphincter of OD, okay? Ngayon, kung titignan ko sa practice kasi, I have patient with acute pancreatitis before, and Demerol yung binibigay namin, okay? Your meperidine. And doon ko nakita na nagsi-seizure talaga yung pasyente, okay? So, if titignan mo rin kasi yung book na ginagamit sa NCLEX ng Pearson, okay? Pearson, okay, na NCLEX, okay? Ang sagot nung tawag dito, ang sagot is your what? Ang sagot is your morphine, okay? Ang sagot is your morphine, okay? So, until now, pinagdedebatihan pa rin yan kung ano ba talaga ang kailangan gamitin. Pero, kung ako sa inyo, nurse tayo, okay? Punta tayo kung saan mas safe yung pasyente. Kung bibigay ka ba ng Demerol na pwede mag-cause ng seizure or pwede ka magbigay ng morphine. Okay, magkakaroon nga lang ng spasm sa sphincter of OD, pero pwede ka rin magbigay ng gamot. Okay, yung antispasmodic natin. Okay, to prevent what? To prevent the spasm of your sphincter of OD. Okay, so yun. Okay, next. Okay, we have also your antiemetic. Okay, antiemetic natin, ginagamit natin dito is your what? Your Plasil. Okay, ano yung Plasil natin yon? It's your metoclopramide. Okay, it's your metoclopramide. Oxygen therapy, TPN, or your total parenteral nutrition, and then we have your enteral feeding. Okay, so we have also treatment like your ERCP, alcohol cessation, and lipid lowering therapy. Okay, and then nursing diagnosis natin, acute pain, imbalanced nutrition less than body requirement, deficient fluid volume, risk for infection, impaired gas exchange, and your what? Risk for shock. And again, nursing intervention natin, monitor the vital sign, especially the pain. Okay, pag pain, again, always remember your PQRST, provocation, quality, relief and your radiation, severity and your time. Okay, and then you need to assess fluid balance and urine output. Bakit? Kasi pwedeng magkaroon ng hypotension, di ba? Monitor labs. Bakit? Pwedeng mag-increase yung mga what? Yung mga enzymes. Okay? Yung mga enzymes natin, yung mga pancreatic enzymes. Okay, maintain NPO para maiwasan yung what? Para maiwasan yung spasm saan? Sa may sphincter of OD ninyo. Okay? Para hindi masyadong mag-produce ng what? Ng enzymes. Kasi pag nagwo-work yung organs ninyo, possible na sumakit yan because of the inflammation. You need to administer also IV fluids and your pain medication, and then monitor oxygen saturation, insert NGT if severe vomiting, and strict INO monitoring. Okay, patient education, complete alcohol cessation, low-fat diet after recovery, and your medication adherence. Now, sige, sagutin natin yung what? Yung mga tanong dito, okay? Sige, sagutan natin. Okay. Mr. De La Cruz, a 52-year-old male with a history of heavy alcohol intake, okay? Heavy alcohol intake, may gallstone pa siya. Is admitted to hospital with severe epigastric pain, okay? Meron siyang epigastric pain, severe, radiating to his back, and then meron siyang nausea and vomiting, okay? And in your laboratory, in the laboratory test, it reveals elevated serum amylase and your lipase. Okay, mataas daw yung amylase and lipase niya. And imaging shows pancreatic inflammation. Okay, the patient is anxious and worried about his condition and treatment plan. Okay, now, what would be your answer? Okay, what would be your answer? Mr. De La Cruz develops hypotension and your tachycardia. Which intervention is best address is complication of acute pancreatitis? Okay, so if your answer is your letter A, encourage ambulation, this is incorrect. Okay, bakit incorrect? Remember that your ambulation is inappropriate during the acute period, and mas malala if if yung pasyente nyo is unstable. Okay? Bakit? Okay? If your patient is unstable na pwede magkaroon ng hypotension, okay, and tachycardia, it could worsen, okay, the hemodynamic compromise. Okay? So, pag nag-ambulate tayo, pwedeng mas ma-aggravate or mas lumala yung condition ng pasyente ninyo. Okay? So, letter C, restrict fluid. Okay? This is incorrect. Why? Because fluid restriction would worsen hypovolemia and your hypotension. Okay? Restrict fluid, mali. Okay? Bakit? It could cause what? It could cause hypovolemia and your hypotension, or it worsen hypotension and your hypovolemia. Okay? And then, if dog ang sagot mo naman, initiate oral feeding immediately. This is incorrect because oral intake is contraindicated during acute phase. Okay? This is contraindicated. Okay? Contraindicated. Next, the physician prescribes IV morphine for Mr. De La Cruz pain. What nursing consideration is essential when administering this medication? Okay, ang pinag-uusapan natin dito is morphine. This is opioid. Okay, this is opioid. Remember that your opioid can cause what? Respiratory depression. So, pag nagkaroon ng respiratory depression, pwedeng bumaba ang RR. Okay, pwede rin bumaba ang LOC ninyo. So, now, what would be your answer? A. Monitor constipation and respiratory depression. Encourage increased physical activity. Restrict fluids or administer without monitoring. Okay. Remember, okay, ang morphine natin, it could cause muscle relaxation. Okay? Muscle relaxation, and it could also cause respiratory depression. Okay? So, if your answer is letter B, this is incorrect. Why? If you encourage your patient to increase physical activity, this activity does not counteract opioid side effect and may increase pain. Okay? Baka mas tumaas pa daw yung pain pag in-encourage mo mag-ambulate or magkaroon ng increased physical activity yung what? Pasyente mo. B. Restrict fluids. No, this is incorrect. Why? Because fluids are often needed. Mas kailangan. Okay? Hindi dapat siya nire-restrict. Okay? Especially in pancreatitis. So, mali ang letter C. Letter D. Administer without monitoring. Okay? Remember, that is incorrect. Why? Okay? Continuous monitoring is mandatory when giving IV opioids. Okay? So, you need to you need to monitor the vital signs of your patient before and after giving your IV morphine sulfate. Bakit? It can cause respiratory depression that could lead to a decreased RR and pwede magkaroon ng muscle relaxation and your decreased level of consciousness. Okay, so the answer is letter A. Why? Kasi nagkukause yan ng muscle relaxation. Okay? It could cause constipation and respiratory depression. Okay? Next. Okay? The nurse observed that Mr. De La Cruz is restless and diaphoretic. Which complication should be the nurse suspect? Okay? Dahil nakikita mo yung pasyente mo restless, nakita mo diaphoretic, okay? Sa tingin mo, ano yung complication na meron sa pasyente mo? Is it pancreatic pseudocyst, hypovolemic shock, chronic pancreatitis, or your gallstone? Okay, if your answer is your pancreatic pseudocyst, okay, this is incorrect. Why? This is a late complication and does not present acutely with diaphoresis and your restlessness. So, mali ang letter A ninyo. If ang sagot nyo naman is letter C, chronic pancreatitis, it is still incorrect. Why? Chronic pancreatitis develops over time and does not cause acute systemic signs. Again, chronic pancreatitis develops over time. From the word chronic, okay, over time yan. Okay, matagal, okay, yung development, okay, ng sakit na pancreatitis, okay? Next is gallstone dissolution. Okay, this is incorrect. Gallstone dissolution is not a clinical manifestation and does not cause systemic instability. Okay? So, malito. So, what will be the answer? It's your letter B. Why? Because restlessness, diaphoresis, tachycardia, and hypotension, they are early signs of your shock, commonly due to fluid shifts in acute pancreatitis. Okay? So, pwedeng mag-shift. Okay? Next. Mr. De La Cruz asked why the nurse is monitoring his urine output. Okay, what would be the most accurate explanation? Okay, to evaluate pancreatic enzyme level, to monitor kidney perfusion and detect fluid imbalance, to assess liver function, and to measure dietary intake. Okay, ang binibilang daw natin dito or ang minomonitor natin is the urine output. Okay, if ang sagot mo is letter A, to evaluate pancreatic enzyme, di ba? To evaluate pancreatic enzyme level, this is incorrect because enzyme levels are assessed via blood test, not urine output. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, pancreatic, to evaluate pancreatic enzyme, it should be in the blood. Okay? Not the pancreatic enzyme. Okay? Next, to monitor kidney perfusion and detect fluid imbalance. Maybe this is the answer. Okay? Why? Kasi yung letter C nyo, to assess liver function, okay, this is incorrect because liver function is monitored through your AST, ALT, and your bilirubin. Again, your liver, AST, ALT, and your bilirubin. Okay? So, yan yung tatlo. Diba? Yan lang yung tatlo. Letter D, to measure dietary intake. Okay? This is incorrect. Why? Because intake and output are different measures para i-compare mo siya sa urine output. Okay? Your urine output does not reflect intake alone. Okay? So, the answer is letter what? Letter B. Okay? Why? Okay? Urine output reflects renal perfusion and fluid status. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, kapag mataas yung UO mo, okay, ng 30 ml, ibig sabihin, normal. Okay? Pero pag nag-decrease yung urinary output mo, into 20 or 10, ibig sabihin, hindi nagkakaroon ng proper, paano ba sabihin? Okay. Kapag, tawag dito, kapag mas mababa sa 30, okay, mas mababa sa 30, ibig sabihin, nagkakaroon ng what? Nagkakaroon ng decreased perfusion saan? Sa may kidney ninyo. Okay? So, what would be the answer? Is your letter B. And last, if Mr. De La Cruz develops severe abdominal distension and persistent vomiting, which complication? Okay? Again, which complication? Okay? Should the nurse anticipate? Okay? Complication. Ano yung magiging complication? Okay? Paralytic ileus, hyperlipidemia, chronic pancreatitis, or your acute gastroesophageal reflux. Okay, so what would be your answer? Okay, so if your answer is letter B, hyperlipidemia, okay, this is not a risk factor. Okay, I should say it should be a risk factor but not a complication presenting with distension and your vomiting. So your hyperlipidemia is wrong. Okay? Next, letter D, gastroesophageal reflux. Incorrect. Why? Because GERD causes heartburn and regurgitation, not severe abdominal distension. Okay? So, mali ang letter D natin. Okay? If your answer is letter C, chronic pancreatitis, is still mali pa rin siya. Why? Chronic pancreatitis develops gradually and does not present acutely with what? Ill use. Okay? So the answer is your letter A, your paralytic ill use. Why? Because acute pancreatitis can inhibit intestinal motility, leading to what? Your bowel distension and absent of bowel sound and your vomiting. So, the answer is your letter A. Okay? Your answer is your letter A. Okay? So, that is your acute pancreatitis.